What is going on, everybody? It's your observant lineman here, and we are breaking down the Kansas City-Baltimore game as you guys requested in the community poll. And first off, before I start this video, let me send a shout out to RT Software for providing me the Telestration graphics software that I use in my breakdowns. Also, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the observant lineman Uche Nwaneri. Now, let's get into this breakdown. With Kansas City, this was the big play of the game. This is what changed, this is what turned the tide for the Baltimore Ravens. This was a fumble that happened on an inside zone. Now, there are some things that you need to understand about how this play played out and how the concept of the blocking in this actually affects how our linemen here reacted to what they got from Baltimore's defense. Now, we've got our 4-down lineman here, and this is more of a 3-4. This is actually a 3-4, but it's a little bit of a modified one with how Baltimore runs it. Now, on this play, what you're going to have here and what is important when you're running inside zone or outside zone for that matter against a 3-4 defense is that the interior of the line must have their eyes up for movement from the D-line. You've got to be able to read on the run because of the distance that you have to travel. And with the way that they're lined up here, you're going to have a little bit of a slow play from your tackle to have presence here as he reaches out to this defensive end. Now, what actually happens here is that our D tackle here will go inside and the guard, when you're taking your steps in these kinds of zones, you have to stay on your path. And our left guard here does not stay on his path, which actually affects how this play turns out in a big way. And let's take a look at it here. Now, one thing also that they have to have is vision. Center is going to be looking up, and he's going to be looking to take over this defensive tackle on the movement. Now, for this guard, he has to be able to stay on his track so that he can get to the edge of this and push and fan this defensive end out. You have to be able to fan him out to create space for your running back. Now, he's hesitant here, and it puts him behind the 8 ball. He gives up way too much space here between him and our defensive end. The D end takes advantage of that. Our tackle, to me in this, our tackle is too quick to get to this outside guy. He can take a little bit more time and to give presence here so there's not such a big gap. Now, Travis Kelce, he is doing a slide block. He's coming across the formation, and he has to keep this man out of this gap. You can see here, our right tackle, he's slow playing it. He's got presence here to keep this guy held up just long enough because he knows that he has time to get to this defender. He doesn't have to rush upfield to block him. Now, with Travis Kelce, this is a big problem. This is something that was going to cause a problem for this play no matter what. When you look at this, he should be wrong arming this block. And if you've watched any of my videos before, I've explained how the wrong arm works. This shoulder should be what he leads into this defender with to cut him out of this gap so that he can't come flying like a bat out of hell in pursuit of the running back. Now, with this space that was given up, our defensive end gets a free run up the field. The only thing that our left guard can do here is basically be a turnstile. He's just going to be rotating on our defender's back, but the defender has this matchup beat. He's in the driver's seat, and he gets an arm out and basically causes the fumble right there, reaching out. Big play for Baltimore, turns the tides of the game for the Ravens. Now, last week, I got on these Ravens and their pass protection. It cost them dearly with the Lamar Jackson fumble against the Raiders. And in this one, you can see that they've made some pretty good adjustments to their pass blocking. We have our 4 D linemen identified here, but I want you to take a look at how well this pocket is set up by the Baltimore Ravens. Now, initially, the right guard, he's in a bad position. He got caught a little bit on this pass set. He's got his arms low. Chris Jones has his hands on the inside here of our guard, and he is in the driver's seat at the moment. Also, our left tackle, he does a good job setting. He gets turned a little bit to the sideline, and he's a little bit late with his hands. He's getting a straight arm from the edge rusher here. But with both of these blocks, you're going to see an adjustment that is actually a key adjustment for linemen to make when they're in this kind of position trying to block a defender. What they do here is they take hop steps. They take quick hops, and it allows them to regain their base. It allows them to get leverage under the defender, and you'll see with both of these blocks that the right guard and the left tackle are able to stand up the defender and keep him from getting more push into the pocket. And that's huge when you're talking about, giving the quarterback space to move. Now, also, like we've also seen in other film that I've shown, this left guard here has his eyes to his tackle. If this guy makes a move to the inside, he's going to crush it. But overall, you have a great pocket here. Look at the space that Lamar Jackson has to go through his route progressions and to make a good throw. And he does that, and it gets them in the position to go for a 4th and 1, which obviously was the play that sealed the game for the Ravens. And this play, even in itself, is one of the most tried and true football plays that you'll ever see. It's a traditional play. Now, instead of using a running back, they're using Lamar Jackson because Lamar Jackson has those kind of skills. But Kansas City comes out. They've got a 6-man front. So they know everybody knows what's going on here. This is going to be a 1-yard battle for the game. You've got linemen taking up each gap on the interior. You've got your backers shaded completely over to the side, to the left side of the formation to take on this play. Everyone knows pretty much what play this is going to be. You've got a fullback here. You've got Lamar Jackson here. This is going to be some kind of interior gap run play. And in Jacksonville, we called this God's play. Now, obviously, it would be with a running back, but it is a 37 power run that is going to, these power plays are designed to hit the A gap. So what you're going to have with this kind of play is you're going to have just double teams. There's going to be double teams going the entire left side of the line. You're going to have your center blocked down. You're going to have your guard blocked down because they have guys in their gaps. And you're going to have these are basically going to be makeshift double teams at the end of the day. You're going to have double team here, have double team here, block down, and then you're going to have your guard pulling around. And really what's a key part of this play is going to be the block here from the tight end. He has to come flat down the line and not allow any penetration into the backfield. Now, that's usually, it's not such a difficult thing for maybe an offensive lineman, but with the tight end, you've always got to be a little bit worried that they don't go in there with enough aggression. They don't keep the gap as tight as possible when they take their lateral step. So he has to make sure he does a good job of staying lateral and keeping, you don't have to push this guy off the line. You just have to keep him from getting into the backfield. So here, when they run the play, you're going to see with this, it's all done pretty well right here. He's got the gap sealed. There's no penetration. These guys are blocked down. Now you have what was a double team with these two turning into just a down block. Now you have a double team here. Now the puller on this, his assignment by textbook would be to take this linebacker. That would be his responsibility. But in these goal line situations, we do what's called attack first color. So with this double team here, the first color that really shows for this pulling guard is this defender here. Lamar Jackson sees that. Then he makes an adjustment. And they're on the same page here. The quarterback is on the same page with his guard. The guard makes the adjustment to come over and take this defender instead of just burying himself up in there. Lamar Jackson confirms it with them by putting his hand on his back and kind of saying, yeah, go this way, go this way. This guy's coming free. And Lamar Jackson and his guard make a great adjustment there. He takes the gap, picks up the yard, and that seals the game for the Baltimore Ravens. That's my quick breakdown of these three crucial plays in the Kansas City-Baltimore game. Make sure you leave a comment down below and hit the like button if you like this video. And as always, I'm your observant lineman, Uche Nwaneri. Appreciate you guys for checking this video out, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.